This is Lettuce. I'm Suzanne Ridgway, and welcome back to my channel. It is dinner time at Casa de Ridgway. We're going to make a delicious fried onions and potatoes with a kielbasa. But first, smash on that subscribe word, tap on that bell, give this video a big thumbs up. Let's get cooking. Today we're going to make a delicious fried onion and potatoes with this beef smoked sausage from Hillshire Farms that we picked up at Walmart. We usually keep one or two on hand at all times because it is a great heat and eat option for a quick meal on a weeknight when you're very busy with all kinds of after school activities. I'm going to go ahead and peel and prep the onions. Then we're going to peel the potatoes and slice them thin and get the Dutch oven ready. Make sure you have a good sharp knife. I'm going to take the onion. I'm going to cut as close to the edge of each onion as possible. And we're not going to mince them like we normally would with my meals, but we're going to prep them as it was going to be a French onion. Go ahead and slit each onion and take the first two layers off. Save your vegetable scraps. You can make wonderful broth with it. A tip from a viewer. That is a great way to be frugal, making your own broth. I think 2 onions are going to be plenty for this because my husband is not a big onion eater and I am. I'm going to wash my potatoes and grab a peeler. I went ahead and peeled these potatoes, and then we're going to slice them very thin in a moment. Just going to set them out of the way. You're going to want to cut your onion. Just going to slice them. Always watch where your fingers are. And before we cut the onion, we're going to prep the Dutch oven. My cooking oil, a couple tablespoons at the bottom. I'm going to splash in about a teaspoon of salt. First thing we're going to throw in are the onions. I'm going to rinse my cutting board, and we're going to cut the potatoes thin before we add the beef and fresh garlic. Slice them very thin so they cook almost like a chip. And you're going to want to do that until all the potatoes are sliced. Before we open the meat, we're going to mince some garlic and dump the potatoes right on in. Here's about a teaspoon, maybe 2 teaspoons of fresh garlic. Dump it on in. Black pepper, 3 teaspoons. Now we're going to prep the smoked sausage and cut it into silver dollar pieces and put it into the Dutch oven. I'm going to go ahead and slice it into about a silver dollar or quarter size piece until your kielbasa is completely cut. And then we'll dump it into the Dutch oven and go over to the stovetop and start caramelizing the onions and tenderizing the potatoes. Go ahead and drop all the meat into the Dutch. Take your oil and about a tablespoon more all over the potatoes and the onions and the kielbasa. I'm going to go ahead and stir immediately. You want these onions to sweat. I'm going to keep an eye on this dish, adjusting the heat as needed. I'm starting on 8, not too high, and I'll adjust it accordingly. This is fried onions, potatoes, and kielbasa. I saw it on Facebook, and it looks really good. A new way to enjoy kielbasa. I'm going to add some water. Oh, about a half a cup. It'll calm down the fury from the pot. I'm going to grab my salt. I'm going to add a couple of teaspoons so the potatoes flavor. I adjusted the heat to almost high because I want these to cook. I'm going to cover it for about 15-20 minutes. And put them into the oven. If we need to. I think if I cover it with the Dutch oven, their lid here, it'll be perfect. Let's cover that for about 10-15 minutes. It's 4:43 p.m. While this is cooking, always make sure you stir it. Again, you're going to want to fork test the potatoes. The kielbasa is fully cooked, so it's just doing its thing in the Dutch oven here. I want to make sure these onions are tender. I'll go ahead and preheat the oven to 350 just in case. The Dutch oven can go from stovetop to oven. That is awesome. We are going to stir it again. You can see that steam coming out. I'm going to get 2 pot holders here. Everything is starting to cook well and caramelize. I may not even need the oven. Put about another tablespoon of water in just to make sure everything cooks and nothing burns at the bottom of the pan. This Dutch oven's awesome and it cleans every single time no matter what I do to it. Add a splash more salt, about a teaspoon. Potatoes absorb salt. Always practice safety around a stovetop or anywhere in your home. Safety first. It is about 4:52. The oven is almost preheated. I'm going to put this into the oven for about 15 minutes so we can eat by 5:15. My kid has a group around 6 o'clock tonight. I want to make sure they get dinner before they go. And it's going to be an odd angle here. I'm going to put this right into the Dutch oven, uncovered, and let it cook at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes, and you're going to keep an eye on it. Let's get some on a plate. You can see what it looks like. Everybody's home and wants to eat. This looks really good. I'm very, very happy how it turned out. It looks like it's going to feed at least 4 with leftovers. I'll show you what it looks like on my plate. Here's what the fried onions and potatoes look like with the kielbasa. It's time to eat. I'm very pleased with how this turned out, and I'll definitely do this again. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me today and hanging out with me while I cook. Making dinner for my family, one of my favorite things to do. But first, before we go, don't forget about the giveaways. All the information is in the description box down below, with all kinds of important links for you to check out over on Facebook and social media. Did you tap on that subscribe word? Make sure you smash on it. Tap on that bell. Drop the legend down. Personalize it to your preference so you don't miss any of my content. Give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you for watching.